The pain and loss I felt was unimaginable. After trying for so long and for this to happen, I was a mess. It really is different reading it out loud.
I was already a mother of one, and my husband and I were trying to have a baby for over a year with no success.
The day we found out I was pregnant, I was absolutely overjoyed.
4 months into the pregnancy, one day I started to bleed.
The doctor confirmed that my baby just passed away,
but my body had only just recognized a miscarriage.
I still had pregnancy symptoms and was even growing bigger. I didn't even know this was a possibility.
The doctor confirmed that my baby passed away, but my body had just recognized the miscarriage.
I still had pregnancy symptoms and was even growing bigger, but had no idea my baby was actually long gone.
I had a surgery done, my baby was removed, and parts of me felt like it was also gone. Just this part where she says I was even growing bigger, meaning her body was still treating like the pregnancy was active. I can't even imagine that disconnect mentally. Going to the doctor and the doctor telling you that your baby is gone, but your body is saying something different.
because her body was continuing to grow and the baby was not there. I wondering like how the husband took it, because you're seeing your wife growing, looking like if she's pregnant and she's not pregnant.
Imagine every day for that time, you touching your stomach, you talking to your child, you're interacting with the child, you're hopeful, all of that, not to know the child inside of their dead all this time.
Like that's a level of grief I feel where your mind can't connect with the reality because your body is telling you something different. Because I can't imagine going through that. Usually your body is what kind of lets you know what's going on, and it helps with how you cope with it. But you almost may not believe what the doctor is telling you. So her having to go through that, my heart really goes out to her.
Knowing that you're pregnant, but just that confirmation that you really are pregnant is that song of that heartbeat. So 4 months into a pregnancy is almost halfway there.
I really cannot. I could try to understand, but the pain somebody like that could be feeling, like there's no way that I could truly understand it, but I could just imagine how hurtful that is, And then I think after too, because you're growing and all of that, you're interacting with people, you still have because it takes a while for your stomach to go down, and people asking all these questions, and you have to, there's like a story you have to repeat over and over and over again. That can't be easy.
I know, people would say it's normal, it's very common, it's more common than we think, but I don't think it's something that we really understand unless we're in this situation. And I don't think it's something that is spoken about enough to bring awareness.
When my wife and I lost our baby, it felt like the ground was pulled out from under us.
We had been so excited, planning for the future, and suddenly that future was gone.
I remember feeling helpless.
Watching her go through the physical and emotional pain, knowing there was nothing I could do to fix it.
People kept asking how she was, but few asked how I was holding up.
It left me feeling invisible, like my grief wasn't as valid or important.
I felt myself struggling to be strong for her while battling with my own sense of loss and emptiness. He's right. A lot of times we support each other as women, but father's loss is just as important.
It's really rare that we think about how men feel during this. As a woman, I don't have any kids of my own, nor have I ever been pregnant, but when I hear about it from other women, I really don't think about the man. I don't think about how the men feel.
Sometimes men don't open up as they should with each other or with women. But I've noticed within recent times, more and more men are opening up about pregnancy loss.
I feel like there's not enough people who express their experience with loss from the male's perspective. So if there's a male that encounters loss with their wife of their child, there's not much space for them to, there's not much people they can go to. Yes, there's therapy for both sides, but for example, you try to take advice from people that you have close to you, and the people that are close to you may not have as much experience that you can lean on as a man. So it's like you are actually by yourself.
We have to remember it's not us suffering alone. It's our husbands, our partners. They are suffering just as much, because just like we're making plans, they're making plans as well.
We need to put ourselves in people's shoes. And I think by doing that, you'd be a lot more sensitive in terms of topics like this and interacting with persons, because if it's something that you hear about, you express your loss and you express your condolences or whatever to the person, but in terms of a whole long conversation going on and on about it, completely inappropriate.
I may not be able to comprehend, and I would not even begin to say I truly understand, because I don't, but I can empathize, and I could just continue to keep anyone going through this in prayer and hope that God continues to keep you in sound mind, and that desire that you have to bring forth a child, God will do it for you.
Because we're able to speak up, we're able to support each other as women. And we no longer sit in silence, because sometimes you're ashamed to tell those closest to you because you fear judgment. But opening up to a stranger could be the best gift you could give yourself.